Shalom, shalom. I'm going to start out this video by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakak, Wadash, and double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of the great millstone that rule well, teach well, while learning the truth, 100% according to the Bible. Also want to say shalom to the elect, the 144,000 men, prophet, service scattered abroad, the four corners of the earth, and shalom to you, Akwaf, which are you sisters that are sincere, and your children, shalom. And in today's video is going to be titled, the famine of the word is coming soon, you see, and ultimately this is going to be building off of this video that I have here from the brother Arrows of Indignation 144. And also it's going to be kind of lambacking off of the dream that the elder Amawan Gabar in New York actually did a video on, where he said that, you know, a sister had a dream, you know, basically about how Apostle Tahar came out and basically was saying that, you know, he was doing his last video, you know, and basically how, you know, the word was going to get cut off, you see, and we are living in those times and seasons, man. You know, where these things are going to come. So I'm going to get into this video, as you can see, and we're going to let it play. And I'm going to grab a few precepts, Lord's willing, to be edifying. So with that being said, fair use.
So he clearly planned this. He had the manifesto going live on YouTube at a certain time. Clearly there was some thought that went into this, Aaron. I mean, and nobody was tipped off.
This is 100% domestic terrorism. I'm going to tell you why, Trace. This is ideologically motivated, this was tactical, and this was intentional. 80% of these domestic lone wolf terrorists post some type of grievance online. Matthew Crooks, 900 posts between 2020 and 2022. The DC shooter, 900-page manifesto. 100% domestic terrorism, and I bet you, in addition to that manifesto, there's a very significant breadcrumb daisy trail leading back who knows how many weeks, months, or even years. This is the new face of terrorism. This is no longer post 9/11 terror organized Al-Qaeda, Trace. These are radicalized online lone wolves, and the United States is 10 years behind these threats. We need to catch up.
And I wanted to get your opinion on the breaking news here, because the First Lady Melania Trump just called for more, and this is quoting here, preemptive intervention when it comes to IDing school shooters. It's kind of your bailiwick, Aaron.
Trace, as you know, correct, 100%, and she's 100% correct. I am now about to launch Gideon, America's first ever AI threat detection platform built specifically for law enforcement. It scrapes the internet 24/7 using an Israeli-grade ontology to pull specific threat language and then routes it to local law enforcement. It's a 24/7 detective.
Right, and you hear what it is he just said, right? He basically just said that, you know, anything that they deem unfit to be spoken on the internet, or anything that them in their mind deems as, you see, not what they want to be ultimately put out into the algorithm, they're basically going to consider it, you know, domestic. And you see, they're going to ultimately be locking people up and things like that. And like I said, we know that ultimately all of this is leading to the famine of the word, you see, because we know that these Edomites, you see, these elites, these banker families, that they're offended at this word, man, and this gospel. And we know that also a part of prophecy that these things will come to pass, that, you know, there will be a famine of the word when you won't be able to get this word and things like that. So that's really what we see these devils setting up. And they're ultimately using this event that just took place with this, you see, school shooting situation that happened with the guy in Minneapolis. You see, when you had ultimately the guy that, you know, did what he did to the church. And like I said, you know, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. You see, that whole situation probably could have been staged or set up just for them to bring in this new system, like I said, where they're ultimately going to be targeting people who they deem is not speaking what they want to be spoken on the internet. So like I said, this is all part of, you know, cracking down ultimately on his word, man, you see, and we are in those times and seasons. So I'm actually grab this right here. This is Psalms 55:21. It said, the words of his mouth was smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawing swords, you see. And that's ultimately talking about this devil, the so-called white man, Esau, because he's going to present it to the people like, the reason we're blaming or bringing in this new platform, I should say, is because we ultimately care about the well-being of the people. We want to stop, you see, terror. We want to stop violence and all type of different things. We want to prevent it from happening. That's what they're trying to overlay it as. But the whole agenda of it is really to suppress and to watch what people are saying over the internet. They want to be in control of everything. And like I said, all of this is moving into the famine of the word, because we know that soon to come, hey, the Lord is going to allow this word to stop going out, because actually we're in the time of judgment. And we know once the Lord allows the judgment to begin to take place, that the word is not going to be going out. As it tells you right here, I'm going to grab that real quick through the Spirit. This is St. Matthew chapter 24, right? And I'm going to read verse 14, right? Getting straight to the point. And it says, and this gospel, right, the 100% truth that's being taught by the elder apostles and the elder bishops of the great millstone and the men that are under them that teach the same doctrine, right, of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world, right, for a witness unto all nations, because you got Israelites that are scattered among all nations, right? And then shall the end come, you see. So ultimately, we're in that time of season where this word is went across the four corners of the earth. So, hey, the Lord is about ready to bring the end. That's why you see so many prophetic things speeding up and happening. So we know that ultimately, once the judgment begins and starts taking place, that, hey, the Lord is not going to have the men of the Lord out teaching. You see, these videos won't be going out on the internet and being uploaded daily like they're being now. You see, all of that is soon to come going to slow up, man. Right. And that's prophecy. So I'm going to go to this precept as well. This is Amos chapter 8. And I'm going to start at verse 11. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, right? Not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but a hearing the words of the Lord, you see. So there's going to come a time very soon in the near future where you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians are not going to be able to get this word. All of you Israelites out there that have been playing around and thinking that this thing is a joke and not taking these warnings serious from the men of the Lord, it's about to come a time real soon where you people not going to be able to obtain his word. Because we know, as it tells you in Isaiah 33:6, that knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times. So if you don't have the knowledge and wisdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua in these times and seasons that we're ultimately about to come into, you're not going to be stable, man. You see, and that's why people is going to be looking for this word when they're not able to obtain it. You see, that's when everybody's going to be searching for the men of the Lord, when all hell begins to break loose, when things actually begin to start getting crazy out here, man. But like I said, these devils, and ultimately it's a part of prophecy. So the Lord is going to allow them to do it. They're going to erase this word off the internet. They're going to take this word off of platforms and things like that. This is what's coming, man. Right. And this is verse 12. It says, and they shall wander from sea to sea and from the north even to the east. Right. Talking about you Israelites, man. Right. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord and shall not find it, you see, because ultimately, like I said, the men of the Lord is not going to be teaching during the time the Lord brings judgment. You see, like I just read in Matthew 24:14, when the end comes, you see, when these evils and all of these things that we've been warning about begins to actually to take place, the Lord is not going to have his men out there in the midst of it teaching on the highways and byways. All of that is going to come to an end, man. You see, that's why we tell you Israelites to get this word now, while you ultimately still can get it, man, because there's going to come a time very soon where you people not going to be able to access it, and it's going to be rare. You see, that's why it's important to take the grace period serious, man, and be seeking the Lord and getting right with him, man, and building yourselves up in the spirit while you can. Because like I said, all of these things that we have every day that we do, you know, watching brothers' videos on YouTube and being edified from the elder apostles and the elder bishops, all of that soon come is going to be over, man. You see, and you ain't going to have all of that, you know. So this is verse 13. It says, in that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. Like I said, because you know they're not going to have the knowledge and wisdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And really, that's going to be the only thing to keep you stable in these dangerous times that we're coming into. You see, that knowledge and wisdom of the scriptures, man. And these people that have been ignoring it, mainly our people, the 2/3, hey, they're going to be fainting for thirst, man, wishing they would have took heed from the men of the Lord, wishing they would have listened to the scriptures. You see, a lot of people going to be in that woulda, coulda, shoulda spirit, man. You see, wishing that they would have took this thing seriously when they had the time. You see, that's what's going to come very soon, man. You know, and like I said, we are in that time and season, man, where these things will happen, you know. So Lord's willing, I pray this video be edifying. Like I said, just something quick through the spirit. But yeah, famine of the word is coming, you know, and it's coming soon. So with that being said, to the next time, I'm going to say shalom to the elect. Shalom.